We're in Washington, D.C. with the nation's farm broadcasters at an Issues Forum, and Brett Blankenship, who is a farmer from Washington State, currently serves as president of the National Association of Wheat Growers. And Brett, as we look at the wheat crop, maybe not the best news for our hard-won winter of wheat folks, but there is good news overall for wheat. We see some movement finally on some trade issues.
Yes, as you well know, trade is key to the wheat industry because half of the crop in the United States is exported. I farm in the Pacific Northwest, and out our way, about 90% of the wheat crop is exported to the Pacific Rim. So we're delighted that the President asked for Trade Promotion Authority, really excited that it cleared committee in both houses, and we're hoping we can get the floor votes we need to move the Trade Authority forward so that the Trade Ambassador can finish up the Trans-Pacific Partnership in detail.
And the bottom line is, when we look at trade, even though wheat's growing around the world, folks want U.S. wheat because of the quality.
They want the quality, they want the reliability, they want that we know we're the reliable quality supplier, and the trade deals we're working forward will put us in the lead on 40% of the world's gross domestic product. We know that 95% of the consumers are overseas. So for someone in the food business, in the wheat business, and in agriculture, it's key. It's not about big business. It's about family farms prospering, stabilizing our prices, and creating jobs here. In my home state, 40% of the jobs are created by exports.
Let's talk about something that the National Association of Wheat Growers came out with, a release of your concern with the Grain Inspection Service as it goes through kind of its renewal process, and to make sure that it remains a viable and vital part of making sure that that good quality wheat is consistently delivered and also consistent of quality.
Yeah, just for the benefit of your listeners, we're renewing the Grain Standards Act, and part of the Grain Standards Act encompasses the Federal Grain Inspection Service, or FGIS, or we say FIGIS. So FGIS is the federal agency that inspects the cargo as we load the ships for export. And that FIGIS certificate is the gold standard around the world for quality, that the person, country, company tendering for a certain quality of wheat or a certain class of wheat, they know they're going to get exactly what they ordered because of that FIGIS certificate. That isn't so around the world. That's what makes us the reliable supplier. Unfortunately, due to a labor issue, we had trade disruption last summer in the Pacific Northwest. It didn't just affect the state of Washington or Oregon. It affected the states further upstream, Montana, North Dakota. Their shipments were held up that were headed to the Port of Portland, Port of Vancouver. And we're just trying to watch the language and make sure, yes, we need this act renewed. Yes, we depend on the Federal Grain Inspection Service, but we cannot allow these kind of disruptions anymore to turn us into an unreliable supplier. My growers are too important inland to turn their concerns away. So we need to make sure Congress knows our concerns and gets this a reliable act.
Congress has begun the process of the new budget, and with that, once again, agriculture is in the bullseye, but even closer to the bullseye is crop insurance. Crop insurance vital to the nation's wheat growers.
Yeah, in my view and in National Wheat Growers' view, crop insurance is sacred. We gave up a lot to try to get the Farm Bill across the finish line. We do not want to see the Farm Bill opened up again. Because for crying out loud, let's at least grow one crop and see if the Farm Bill actually works. But the most important part of that Farm Bill is the crop insurance, and we want to make sure it stays robust, keep as many growers in the system as possible, and make sure we have a large insurance pool so that we have proper risk management for all of us. All of us benefit, consumers benefit, the family farmer benefits, so crop insurance is vital. And as we go through the appropriations process, we want to make sure that crop insurance is not in anyone's bullseye, that that's vital to the America's wheat growers.
Talk about how things are in your operation out in the Pacific Northwest.
Well, in the PNW, we had dry conditions last fall, so the winter wheat didn't get off to a robust start, and we had a little bit of a hard winter. But spring's been kind, and we've had some make-up rains. Those that had good winter wheat stands, the wheat looks pretty good. The questionable stands, some of those are catching up, and the spring wheat stands look to be hopeful. Not favorable yet, but hopeful. So a few more rains, we could be looking at an average crop as well.
Well, Brett, thanks a lot for the update, and thanks for your service to the industry.
And yours too, delighted to be here. Thank you.
Brett Blankenship, a Washington State farmer and current president of the National Association of Wheat Growers. That's the Ag View from D.C. I'm Ken Rogers.